Hey guys, welcome back to another Worth the Wait. As always, I'm Tristan, and guys, I finally saw it today. I was able to see an early access screening of Tenet, and I'm so ready to get this video out for you guys. I'm sorry it was late. I just got back from the theater a few hours ago. I wasn't expecting to be out so late, but I was honestly really hyped into this film, and I entered it, and the first half of the movie I was scared because I didn't like it throws you right into the movie. Like there's no like beginning scene to really get you into it. It just throws you right into the deep end automatically. It just dives right in, and I was really confused. I didn't know what was going on. Why was it going on? I thought I was missing bits of audio, so I thought I was missing important like pieces to the story. So at first I was like, ah, great, this is another New Mutants. Like this is something I was so hyped for, and now it's gonna be trash. But I'm so happy to say, guys, it isn't trash. It's such a good film. The things that don't make sense in the first half of the film, as the story progresses, they start to make sense, and you're not as confused as you were at the beginning of the film. But I think this is a really complex film. I usually do a synopsis for you guys at the beginning of the video, but I can't really tell you guys anything without it being a spoiler. I mean, it's really James Bond meets hypothetical time theories, and it's really complicated to explain. And in the movie, even they try to explain it the best that they can, but it still can come off confusing. I may have to rewatch it this weekend to understand it again, because I kind of understood it, but at the same time I still had a lot of questions. And I think if you go into this thinking, oh, it's gonna be another Christopher Nolan film, it's just gonna be like Inception. No, it is not like Inception. It is so much more complicated. Inception, it was complicated, but they were able to explain it in the story, and you're like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Like this piece makes sense. Like, okay, I understand it. As they try to explain in the film, I'm like, okay, but I have 50 bazillion questions now, and it's a very complex concept that they try to do, and I think Christopher Nolan tackled it the best way that he could, but it's still a very complex topic that he's handling. More complex, I would say, than any of his other films. So, if you go into this and you're confused, don't be afraid. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to be confused. Like, I don't even think people who are very smart will understand. I think that even people who like are studying physics and that kind of stuff, and they're like, I think I'll understand this movie. They'll go into it, they'll come out, they'll be like, I have some questions and I don't fully understand. I think this is one of those movies you'll have to rewatch to kind of understand it better, and then you'll be able to notice little things. Because as I was watching the film, there were some things I didn't pick up on at all, and then as it gets to later parts of the film and it kind of starts doing different bits of the story, and I was just like, oh my god, like this makes complete sense now. Like I understand, and it's actually super trippy. John David Washington did such an amazing job as the lead. Robert Pattinson, who gets way too much crap by the way for Twilight, because he's been in so many other films. I can't judge because I haven't seen those other films, but from what I can tell, they've gotten really good reviews. He's actually a really good actor, and so from what I can tell, he did a really good job. He didn't bring his Twilight. Like Twilight was like his first movies, so that's like we give him so much crap for that. But he honestly gives such a great performance in this film, and Elizabeth Debicki gives such a good performance. There's some pop ups from different. Michael Caine pops up as always per Christopher Nolan film, but all the actors really put all their effort into it, and you can really tell, and it really pays off for those emotional moments. Like there are some moments where I actually cared, like I cared about these characters, and there's some moments that the villain even scared me. And the way that they play out this plot as well with the villain, it's very interesting because it's not like right off the bat he was a villain, just oops, I'm now a villain, like Joker or something. It was very much he didn't start out that way, but through the knowledge he gained, he turned himself into a villain because that was the way he would get the lifestyle he wanted. And it's such an interesting story, especially with the time time aspect to it. It's just such an amazing film, and it's not time travel per se. It's just time manipulation, and it's you'll when you watch the film, it'll make sense, but that's really all I can say about that for right now without getting into spoilers. But it definitely plays really well. And I honestly, I really enjoyed this film. I was scared that it's gonna be too complicated as I was watching it. I'm like, this is gonna be too complicated. I'm not gonna like it because I'm just gonna have to like really think about it and try hard to understand what's going on. And I really do like that Christopher Nolan made sure to do his best to explain what's happening in the film and the concepts that this film is diving into, which I think is very important for his kind of films, because if he gave you no context, you would be clueless about what's going on about half his films. But he does a really nice job, the best he can, to explain these concepts to you. And I think some people will understand it right off the bat. Some people will take a few rewatches to fully understand it. But the action set pieces are also really awesome because time's not only going forward, it's also going backwards. So you have these car chases where there's cars going backwards and forwards. And by the way, I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. The actors, holy crap, this movie must have been so hard to film. I mean, they literally speak backwards, and it's not some CGI or weird like translator thing that they use in the film. Like these actors are actually speaking backwards, and it's amazing to see. And I was even in the film, and I was like, "Are they speaking backwards?" And it was honestly really awesome. And to see that kind of thought put into this film really made me super happy about this. And honestly, I think for it being such a big deal and very much promoting the fact it's gonna be in theaters, it's gonna be the big blockbuster film of the year, like nothing else gonna compare to it, like get ready. I think it could have definitely failed. It could have been a New Mutants and it could have definitely failed. But I think it pulled it off brilliantly. I think it did a really good job with the stuff they had to tackle in the story, and everything just worked for me. I really did enjoy this film, and I that's all I can really say is I really enjoyed this film, and I think you guys will like it too. Again, it's very complex. You'll probably have to rewatch it a few times. And when I'm doing my spoiler review for this, and I can finally get into the spoilers, it'll be way easier to explain. But for right now, that's all I can really tell you guys, unfortunately, until it comes out this Thursday, Friday. Alright, so just to let you guys know, I did say I'd post some spoiler reviews over the weekend. My weekend got busier than I was anticipating, so I wasn't able to record those yet. Hopefully, throughout the week, I'll be recording those and posting them up, so hopefully, some more of those reviews will get popped up. I'm about to watch after I'm done recording this video. I'm actually gonna watch Phineas and Ferb: Candace Against the Universe, and I'll get that review for you guys out probably hopefully tomorrow. I'll hopefully get that out for you guys tomorrow. I know I'm really excited to review that for you guys, and yeah, I mean, there's also some new movies that weren't on my radar that now are. So I'll probably be seeing some surprises. I think you guys will really like, and that's really it. I hope you guys really enjoyed this review. It's another worth the wait. Leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you got any other movie recommendations, video recommendations you want me to see, or just any video ideas you'd like to see. As always, I'm Tristan. See ya.